right, let's take a look at this classic bluegrass old-time tune, June Apple. This is a really interesting tune because it's got a little different sound than some of the other ones we've already learned in G. This one is technically in what's called the Mixolydian scale, which all that means is in the G scale, if we played up the G scale up to the 7th note, we're basically just taking that F sharp note and we move it down a half step, and it means we're including the F note in the melody versus the F sharp. That gives it a more Appalachian sound, I think. There's a lot of fiddle tunes that are played in this mode, like Red Haired Boy, Salt Creek, Old Joe Clark, and a lot of other ones too. But this is in that Mixolydian mode. And there's also a lesson in this course on melodic modes, modes in the G scale. So check that out, and that will also help explain some of the theory behind that. So anyway, also this is normally in the key of A, but we're going to learn it in G. So feel free to practice with your capo on fret 2, just to be practicing it in A, but we're going to learn it in G. So let's take a look at it. Okay, this song starts with 2 pickup notes, and we're starting with our middle finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, which is actually the F note. And it has 2 pickup notes, which is, and that's just middle on the 1st, and then index on the 2nd. And now our downbeat, our first beat of the melody, is going to be on the 5th string. So we play those 2 pickup notes, hit the 5th string with a thumb, and then we are basically doing a forward reverse roll, kind of in a rapid motion here. We're going index hits 2nd string, middle 1st, then we reverse the roll, index back to 2nd, thumb back to 5th, index 2nd, middle 1st, then we reverse it again, index 2nd, and then middle hits the 1st. Now that first measure sounds like this. And now with the 2 pickup notes, I'm going to play it like that too, with the 2 pickup notes. So we've got 4 and 1. Then it does that one more time. We hit the 5th string on the 2nd measure, index 2nd, middle 1st, and then we change the notes. We're going to move our middle down to 3rd string. Actually, I'm going to place my index on 3rd string, 5th fret, and then pluck with thumb, index 2nd, thumb back to 3rd. And then we got middle on the 1st open, and then I'm going to shift to this position, which we have done before. Index is 1st string, 3rd fret. Ring is 2nd string, 5th fret. And that also includes an F note. So then we play middle on the 1st. We'll be in this position for a second. Index 2nd. Now we lift off index and play 1st string open. Then back to 2nd with index. Middle 1st, index 2nd, middle open 1st, index 2nd. So this measure over the F chord sounds like. And then one more, we go back to 1st string with middle, thumb on the 5th. This is the 4th measure in, middle on 1st, index 2nd, and then a quarter note on the 1st string open, and then there's the 2 pickup notes. We start back into the next A part again. So that measure sounds like. Then we're back to basically it feels like we're back to the top. Thumb goes to 5th, index 2nd, middle 1st. We do that reverse thing again. Same thing as the 1st measure. So that's like this again. Then one more time on the 5th, index 2nd, middle 1st. And now what I'm doing is shifting index to third string 5th fret, pluck with thumb, index 2nd. Now I'm placing my ring finger on the 4th string 7th fret, pluck with thumb, and then we just kind of do a forward roll on the 4th, index hits 3rd, middle 1st. So that measure sounds like. It's basically just a descending Mixolydian scale. And now we're taking our index and placing it on 3rd fret, 4th string, and we pluck a quarter note. Now this is on an F chord, and that's a quarter note. Then we hit it again with thumb. Index hits 3rd open. We go with ring on 4th string, 7th fret, pluck with thumb. Index 2nd, or index 3rd. Then one more quarter note on the 4th string. Now in context, that sounds like. Then we basically are back to the G chord, and we're placing our middle on 4th string 5th fret, and we just do a forward roll. 4th string thumb, index 3rd. So we got 2 G notes in a row. Just gives it a powerful sound of the G note. Then middle on the 1st. Now I'm moving my ring to 7th with the 4th string, pluck with thumb, and then index 3rd. And then there's 2 pickup notes to lead you back to the top of the A. As it goes back to the A part again, but that measure sounds like. So that's the first, that's the whole first time through the A part. And what you do is you play through that whole section one more time, and then that was ending number 1 that I just played. That was, you'll see the 1 in the tablature with the line over it, and then here's ending number 2. It's almost the same thing, but it leads us into the B part. So ending number 2 sounds like this. And then the pickup notes just lead to the 2nd string open, which is the first melody note of the B part. So the pickup notes sound like. And that's middle on the 1st, and middle open 1st string, and then place middle on 3rd string 5th fret, pluck with thumb. Those are our 2 pickup notes into the B part, and here's the 2nd ending. And actually what I'm going to do is fret the 3rd string 5th fret with my index, because we're about to reach down to the 4th string 7th fret. So we've got B part starts index on 2nd, 3rd string 5th fret with thumb, 2nd string open, fret 4th fret, 4th string 7th fret, pluck with thumb, and then index on the 3rd string. So that measure goes. That's the first measure of the B part. Then 2 pickup notes into the 2nd measure. That's index on the 3rd, thumb on the 7th, 7th fret, 4th string, and then a quarter note on the 2nd string. And then I'm going to fret 3rd string, 5th fret, and pluck with thumb. Then just a backward roll on strings 1, 2, 3, 1. That's middle, index, thumb, middle. So here's the 2nd measure of the B part. And then we go to an F chord. We were just on a G, and we're going to hold a partial F chord. This is index on the 2nd string, 1st fret, ring finger goes on 3rd fret, 4th string, and here's what it sounds like. It's a kind of real nice open sounding F chord, a partial F chord, and then we're just doing a square roll. That's strings 4, 2, 3, 1, thumb, index, thumb, middle, and then we're going to move this ring finger. We just slide it up to 7th fret, 4th string, and index is going to go on 3rd string, 5th fret. We do another square roll, and that's the same strings, 4, 2, 3, 1. So that F measure sounds like this. It's a pretty cool neat little sound, kind of a mysterious sound. Now we're on a C chord, and I'm just going to leave my index. I'm going to be anchored here for a little while. Index on 3rd string, 5th fret. We do a square roll, strings 3, 2, 3, 1. Then a quarter note on the 3rd string, 5th fret. 2 pickup notes into the next measure. 1st string open, thumb on the 3rd. That's leading us into the next measure, and I'm going to play that C measure again. We go. Okay, then we play the same measure as the first again. It's just like the first measure of the B part, so we go. And then it goes to, it's just like the second measure of the B part. Now we go to another F. We go back to that partial F shape that we just learned. We do a square roll, strings 4, 2, 3, 1. Then I'm doing a pull off from 2 to 0 with my middle finger on the 3rd string. And that's pull off on the 3rd string, 2 to 0, and then I pluck index 2nd string, thumb 4th, middle 1st. So that F measure sounds like. And then this is the first ending of the B part. I'm just sliding my ring from 3 to 5 and doing a forward roll. That's thumb, 4th string, index 3rd, middle 1st, thumb 5th, and then a pinch on strings 1 and 3 with index and middle. So that measure goes. Then there's 2 pickup notes in that measure. And that leads us back into the top of the B part again. And then we're going to look at the second ending. So once you go through the B part again, we have one more measure that's the second ending, and then we would be back at the top of the A part, or it would be somebody else's solo. And this is just going to be a 3 to 5 slide again, because we just played the B part twice, and then that's 3 to 5 slide, thumb, index, middle, thumb, and then index hits the 3rd string, open, and then pinch. So there is a really good little version of June Apple. Like I say, I'd practice it with the capo because that's what people are going to be. People will be in the key of A at jams. So, but it's okay to learn all this in the key of G because all these shapes and licks are very useful in the key of G as well for improvising or using just for solo material. So. Anyway, enjoy this tune. It's a really fun one. It has a great, cool, old-timey sound to it. And just play it real slow. Work on each little measure just as little exercises and then put them all together. Put all the measures together. So anyway, enjoy this tune and we'll see you next time.